Welcome back to the Stepping Bricks YouTube channel. My name is Dr. Giuseppe Paladini, and today we're going to talk about how to buy a property. So the step-by-step process of buying a property. When you buy a property, the number one thing you need to do is the research. So you need to do your own due diligence on the area, on the patch, and you need to investigate if that area is a good area or a bad area. You don't want to invest in the Bronx, for example, when it's quite dangerous for tenants to live in. And you don't want to invest either in very, very posh area unless that is your property strategy. So you need to find the patch that works for you, for your property investment criteria. And once you identify that patch, once you identify that area, then you can start looking on platforms such as Rightmove or Zoopla or through the estate agencies. So once you get there, the next step, so you've done your research, your investigation, now you can talk to estate agents, you can call them and ask information about the property. Make sure you ask what's the reason for selling, because it gives you enough information on how to structure your offer if you're going ahead with this particular property. So the estate agent, after you pre-qualify if this is an investment property that you want to buy, then you can book the viewing. Now, don't just book hundreds of viewings without pre-qualifying over the phone, because that is a waste of your time and the estate agent time. And also, you're bringing the hopes high of the vendor when in reality you're not interested in offering the right price. So once you pre-qualified through the call that this is an investment property you want to invest in, then you can book a viewing. You can meet either the owner of the property or the estate agent that is showing you around. And then once you view the property, you spotted all the things you need to spot, check the wiring, check if there is a kitchen that needs to be redone, a bathroom, the flooring, the lighting, the roof, any damp, any space, anything, painting, decoration that you need to do, you need to account into your checklist and understand how much it's going to cost you to refurb this property on top of the purchase price. Once you're happy with everything, then you can make your offer to the estate agent. The estate agent then is obliged to take any offer, even if it's a silly offer, to the vendor, and then they can always say no, right? So once they take the offer to the vendor, then the vendor will come back to the estate agent, will come back to you, and then will tell you yes, no, is there any room for negotiation? So these are the three main answers they're going to give you. However, when you pre-qualified through the call, the property deal, you can understand already if the vendor is willing to negotiate on the price or not. So if you see that the property, for example, has been on the market for a long time, of course there are more chances of negotiating the price down. If the property has just been on the market right now, like 5 minutes ago, you received a notification from Zoopla saying, hey, there is a new property in your area, then the chances of negotiating on that property are very, very slim. So again, you need to be aware and you need to develop your negotiation skills, and you don't want to piss off, let's say, estate agents or vendors. So you need to work together. You need to find a win-win solution. I always say that. So once you have your offer, let's say, accepted, now it's time to step up properly. Okay, so you had your verbal offer accepted. Now you can go through the solicitor. One thing that people ask me is, do I need to send an offer through the solicitor every time I'm viewing a property? The answer is no. Don't waste your solicitor's time. Some solicitors also charge for every offer they're going to make, especially if you are overusing them. So my suggestion to you is only use the solicitor once you got an offer verbally accepted, because that means you're already in the next stage, and the solicitor just need to formally send the written offer to the other solicitor, the vendor solicitor, and that's how you formally accept your offer. So once your offer is accepted, I'm talking about a matter of hours, okay? So you can contact your solicitor just after you got the offer verbally accepted, and after a few hours that you got the acceptance, then you can contact your mortgage broker if you're going to buy with a mortgage, and you can start your application process for getting a mortgage. If you're buying cash, of course, you don't need that. You have a faster turnaround, so you can complete even faster than going through a mortgage. In terms of timeline, how long does it take? Well, cash, it can take anything between 1 week, depends on the solicitors, or it can 4 weeks, let's say a month in total. On average, I would say 3 weeks generally. If you buy through mortgage, again, depends. If you're a first-time buyer, in that case, then it could take 3 months, 4 months possibly. If you are an investor, they already know your criteria, and the lending criteria are based on your rental income rather than your personal income, then it can take around 6 to 10 weeks, I would say, maximum. So these are more or less the timelines for buying the property through the mortgage. Once you apply for the mortgage, you send all your mortgage application documents. We will cover this in another video. Then you got your offer, your mortgage offer. You can celebrate already because that's your final stage. Then you can communicate this to your solicitor, which, by the way, they will receive also the offer of the lender directly to them. It's the same offer, but it's structurally different, just a little bit different than yours. And then they will communicate to the vendor solicitor they got the funds in place, and then they can complete. So you conclude missives. It depends where you are in the country. You can complete on a property or conclude missives or exchange, and then you can collect the keys the next day that you exchanged, or the same day you exchanged and completed. So just to be clear, going one step back, your solicitor will tell you, we got the funds in, send your deposit, okay, and the same day they keep everything in a client account, and the same day they got the funds, they release the funds to the vendor. Now you can go and collect your keys from either the solicitor or the estate agent, or probably the vendor himself or herself if they are at the property and they want to meet and greet you. So I hope this video has been useful for you. I gave you a little bit of hints on how to progress on a buying process of a property. If you like, just subscribe and share with your friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.